Hey YouTube, I'm back with another live video. You already know who it is. I am Damian Moody. I also go by Kashmere Majesty, or I go by Red Riding Hood. Happy Women's Month, and in today's video, I'll be not only doing a doll review and showing y'all some of the some of the albums for this artist, but I may also throw in the biography of this artist since it is Women's Month. And the artist I'm referring to is Mariah Carey. So I just recently got a package in the mail, and I am guessing this may be the Mariah Carey Barbie signature dial. With that being said, let's go to one of the links. Although I did not get mine from Amazon, this link gives the most information. So as y'all can see, this is the Barbie signature doll Mariah Carey Holiday Collectible in red glitter gown and silvery accessories. And this is from the Barbie store. The doll is currently $40.07 on Amazon. Um, And it says, "All I want for Christmas is a Mariah Carey Barbie doll." What better way to celebrate the holidays than with the season star herself? Mariah Carey is one of the top selling female artists of all time, and Barbie honors this incredible vocalist with a collectible doll in her likeness. She dazzles in a silvery gown that cuts the sublime silhouette against any winter backdrop. The ruched overlay at the hips and the dramatic hem slit add eye-catching detail. Lights are shining so brightly everywhere. Mariah doll makes a statement with her signature flair. Glamorous curls, sparkly silver accessories, and matching red heels complete her festive look. Just as her joyous anthem, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," has become a holiday staple, let the Mariah Barbie doll become a treasured part of your holiday display for years to come. And then all the way down, um, it just say it's time. Ring in the holiday season with Mariah Carey Barbie doll, hailed as one of the best solo artists of all time. Barbie honors this chart-topping singer, songwriter, and actress notably known for her festive hits, including the holiday classic "All I Want for Christmas Is You." This beautiful doll makes a wonderful gift for Barbie collectors and Mariah fans alike, include doll stands and certificate of authenticity. Doll cannot stand alone. Colors and decorations may vary. And then that's a quick 360 video, but I will not show that because I don't know if it's playing music, and you have a few other reviews that people decide to upload. Let's see. I don't think this is that important because I read majority of everything. Oh yeah, that ain't important. I read majority of everything. They got some other celebrity dolls, but yeah, this is some pictures that they have of the doll. And they have this picture of her singing. They got that picture, a picture of her butterfly ring, that picture of her looking at her background singers, the back of the box, and then a 360 view. But as for me, I did not get mine Amazon. I got mine from eBay. And this is where I got mine from. I got mine for $20.95. And once again, this says the Barbie Mariah Carey Holiday Signature Christmas 2023 doll in the red dress. You know, that's a 2095. This is, they released it. Alright, they ain't important. Let me do this. So I'll leave this up. No, hold on. I'm gonna take this off first. Was I screen? Did I screen share any of that? Whatever. Because I could have sworn I was screen sharing. But anyway, while I'm over here doing this unboxing, did anyone see Tyler Perry's new movie, Joe's College Road Trip or something like that? So a friend of mine actually gave me a link to where I could watch it. I'm not giving nobody that link, but a friend of mine gave me a link to where I could watch movies and shit. And I was watching Medea's class reunion, the play, and then I was like, hold up, it's a movie that I kept saying I wanted to watch. And I had to think of the name of it. And then when I was looking through the Tyler Perry films that they had, and it popped up. It was a very good movie. I think it's very educational because he do go to some historic places throughout the trip, and it's pretty funny. Um, yeah, it's a very funny movie. I liked it. Me personally, I think that throughout most of these latest Todd Perry movies that he been releasing, I think that Joe's College Road Trip was the funniest. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Medea wedding something, wedding destination, it had some funny moments that I laughed at, but it just ain't entertain me the way that the that Joe movie did. So anyway, this is the box that it comes in. It comes in the Mattel box, and it says Mariah Carey Barbie doll, and it gives you the doll number. It says made in Indonesia, one piece, and it's Mattel toys. I didn't want to show y'all the other box because that's just a delivery box, and it give you your address and whatever else. But anyway, let me try my best to open this as best as I can. Come on now. And it comes wrapped up in all this white paper. I don't feel like digging through these books, but I do have a Mariah Carey book. I'll just y'all see it because I was supposed to have all my Mariah Carey related stuff all put together, but I don't know where the hell I put that Mariah Carey book in. It's a big stack of books over here. Anywho, so this is pretty much what she looks like. Should I turn the light on to get, or hold on. Let me see if this will work. This edge light. No, that don't do nothing. Hold on. Sorry. So this is what she looks like. She comes in this box. Ooh, I might put a dent in it, but anyway, she comes in this box. This clear box that says Mariah Carey, and of course it says Barbie signature. Then in the bottom of the box it says MC by Barbie. I thought this would say Black Label or anything. And as you see, it comes with a Christmassy background, some snow and Christmas lights and whatever to give it a holiday cheer. And this is the same exact look from the one of the looks from the All I Want for Christmas Is You music video as I've read previously. It comes with a microphone in one hand. It comes with a microphone in the hand that has the butterfly ring. But some people put the microphone in the other hand as well. Then she has her dress, her curly hair, her beautiful earrings, and I believe this really gives off Mariah Carey in dial form. And this is the back of the box. It has the picture of Mariah Carey from the music video. It has her name. It says Mariah Carey Barbie doll. And I'll read it like this. It's time. Ring in the holiday season and celebrate with an incomparable MC Mariah Carey Barbie doll, hailed as one of the best solo artists of all time. Barbie honors this top charting singer, songwriter, and actress notably known for her festive hits, including the classic All I Want for Christmas Is You, May Your Holiday Wish Come True, Love Barbie, and Mariah. Although I've read that already, I decided to read it again since it is in the back of the box, and that's pretty much what people do in their reviews. They'll either show y'all the back of the box or they'll read it. Have you ever been those people that get these collectible dolls and then now they don't want to take it out the box? Because I damn sure did that with the Holly Berry. I don't know. I got it. And then end up taking it out the box anyway. I'm trying to figure out how do I take this out the box. I should have been watching other people's reviews. So if I want to put it back in the box, I don't end up hooking the box up. But then again, okay, how the hell? I'm trying to figure out because I see tags. How the hell they do this? You know what? Okay. Well, ooh, shit. I ain't want to do that. Damn. Violated. I'm gonna get you out one way or another. Cause I'm alright, fuck your box up, so it is what it is. I don't. Okay, I ain't fucking up that bad. It ripped a little bit. Oh well. So I took it out. She comes with a little package in the back. And in the bag, put you to the side, Mariah. This I don't care for the damn dial stand. I don't know why with some of y'all Barbie signature and Barbie, Mattel Creations, and all the rest of the people that work with y'all. I'm speaking directly to y'all. I don't know why y'all have these iconic, amazing celebrities that allow y'all and give y'all the opportunity to make dolls to their likeness, and y'all give them these simple ass doll stands. These doll stands is simple as shit and it's cheap as fuck. Look at this. I could have got a doll stand like this from the dollar store. Mariah Carey should have had a nice doll stand with some clear glass or something Christmassy like or whatever. And they could have had her name on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the box. I love the background. The doll looks like Mariah. But this is a no-no. I could get this from the dollar store. And then y'all talk about y'all want to do a Miley Cyrus and Whitney Houston and Serena Williams and Lenny Kravitz and all the and Marilyn Monroe and all the rest of these dolls that's supposed to be coming out sometime this year or whatever. Then not even that. The Holly Berry certificate of authenticity was way better than this. And Holly Berry came from the Disney store. Then it just says certificate of authenticity, Mariah Carey Barbie doll that certifies that your Mariah Carey Barbie doll was created through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. And this is a black label doll. This little piece of paper here. Okay. Now that I showed y'all this cheap ass um dial stand, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to get Miss Carey out of her trap. Should I just leave her like this and just do a part two when I find the book. I mean, like, because there's plenty of reviews on YouTube already for this doll. And I did take out the box, so this is an unboxing. Even though it don't say it's an unboxing, it just says a review. But I didn't. Damn. Anywho, so before I get to reading the bio, once again I'll show y'all the Mariah Carey albums that I have. Since this is a Mariah Carey video. So I got a collection. I forgot to put the link to where I got my collection of CDs, but I got them from eBay. So the albums I have is Mariah Carey Charm Bracelet. I have Charm Bracelet. I have The Emancipation of Mimi. Y'all should know what album this is. I have EMC2. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the Emancipation of Mimi Part 2, or I don't know. Don't get me wrong, these albums I have had some good songs. Some of these songs I heard before and I know, because like I mentioned in previous videos, it's a lot of Mariah Carey songs I don't know because I didn't listen to a lot of her music back then. I just knew certain songs here and there. And I never did have any of her albums until now. But I do know that I'm missing albums that really, really got my favorite songs. And then this is some 3 CD collection. The eBay link says 7 CD collectible, but was only 3 CDs. And the 3 CDs that came with this 3 CD collectible was Charm Bracelet, The Emancipation of Mimi, and the EMC2. But I'll just put the other CDs in this box. Hold on. Let me see if I can take them out. I think I might have messed up. Oh no, I didn't. I can take them out. I have Mariah Carey album Emotions. I have Mariah Carey's Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel. I have Music Box. And last but not least, I have Mariah Carey Daydream. So that's the Mariah Carey albums that I was able to get, but there's plenty of albums that I do not have. And then this is just a Mariah Carey poster. Now, with that said, let's get into Mariah Carey's bio. Since this is Black History Month, we're going to give Mariah Carey all the love we can within this video. So this is a beautiful picture of Mariah Carey in 2023. If y'all can see it, I'm pretty y'all can because I am screen share. Damn, ain't got no middle name. You don't look like she do. So it's Mariah Carey, born March 27th. Another March baby because the last March baby was Tina Marie. So this is March baby number two. March 27, 1969. She is currently 56 years old. She was born in Huntington, New York. She's a singer, songwriter, record producer, actress. Her years active was 1988 to present. The work says album, singles, songs, videography, and performances. Her spouses was Tommy Mottola from 1993 to 1998. You know, we all heard that was no good relationship. Then Nick Cannon from 2008 to 2016. She has two children, twin kids, a son and a daughter. Um, her genres is R&B, pop, hip hop, soul. Her instruments is vocals. Her labels was Columbia, Crave, Virgin, Monarch, Island, Def Jam, Epic, Gamma. She's formerly of Chick, huh? And then her website is mariahcarey.com, and her signature says Mariah. Now let's get into it. Even though I'm going to be repeating everything most of what I just read, but anywho, Mariah Carey, born March 27, 1969, is an American singer-songwriter, record producer, and actress. The Songbird Supreme. Carey is known for her five-octave vocal range, melismatic singing style, signature use of the whistle register, and diva persona. An influential figure in pop culture, she was ranked as the fifth greatest singer of all time by Rolling Stone in 2023. Carey rose to fame with her eponymous debut album in 1990 and became the only artist to have their first five singles reach number one in the U.S. from Vision of Love to the title track of her second album, in 1991. She achieved international success with the best-selling album Music Box in 1993 and Daydream in 1995. Before adopting a new image with hip hop influenced sounds, introduced on the remix to Fancy with Old Dirty Bastard and later embraced on Butterfly 1997. So I don't have the album Butterfly. And then Rainbow 1999. I don't have Rainbow either. So they two albums that I would have to add. With 11 consecutive years of U.S. number one singles, Carey was named by Billboard as the Artist of the Decade. Following a year decline, she made a comeback with the Emancipation of Mimi in 2005, her 21st century bestseller, and EMC2 in 2008. Carey's life and career have received widespread media coverage. She has been dubbed the Queen of Christmas due to her enduring popularity of her holiday music, particularly Merry Christmas Night. One of the best-selling holiday arms is lead single All I Want for Christmas Is You is the long-running number one song on the Billboard Hot 100 and the best-selling holiday single by a woman. Outside music, she co-founded Camp Mariah with the Fresh Air Fund in 1994, starring in films such as Glitter in 2001, Precious in 2009, The Butler in 2013, in the Lego Batman movie 2017, and served as a judge on American Idol in 2013. Her 2020 memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, reached number one on the New York Times bestseller list. I have the book, but I have to look for it. Carey is one of the best-selling music artists with over 200 million records sold worldwide. She was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Her accolades include 5 Grammy Awards, a Grammy Global Impact Award, 19 music, World Music Awards, 14 Billboard Music Awards, and MTV's Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2008. She holds the record for the most Billboard Hot 100 number one singles by a solo artist, 19, a female songwriter, 18, and a female producer, 15, spreading the record 101 weeks to top the chart. One Sweet Day and We Belong Together were ranked by Billboard as the most successful songs of the 1990s and 2000s, respectively. Carey is one of the highest certified artists in the U.S. with 4 diamond certifications. Carey was born on March. See me? Okay. Carey was born on March 27, 1969, in Huntington, on Long Island. Her name is derived from the song they called when Mariah or Maria, sorry, originally from the 1951 Broadway musical Paint Your Wagon. She is the youngest of 3 children born to Patricia née Hickey, a former opera singer and vocal coach of Irish descent, and Alfred Roy Carey, aeronautical uh, aeronautical. Hopefully, I said that right. Engineer, both African American and Afro Venezuelan and lineage. Her last name Carey was adopted by her Venezuelan grandfather Roberto Nunez after he immigrated to New York. Patricia's family disowned her for marrying a black man. Racial tensions prevented the Carey family from integrating into their community. While Huntington, wow, their neighbors poisoned the family dog and set fire to their car. That's a damn shame. After her parents' divorce, Carey had little contact with her father and spent much of her time at home alone and began singing at age 3, often imitating her mother's take on Verdi's opera Rigoletto in Italian. Her older sister Allison moved in with their father while Mariah and her elder brother Morgan lived with their mother. During the years in elementary school, Carey excelled in the arts, such as music and literature. She began writing poetry and lyrics while attending Harborsfield High School in Green Lawn, New York, where she graduated in 1987. Carey began vocal training under her mother's guidance. Though she was a classically trained opera singer, Patricia Carey never pressured her daughter to pursue a career in classical opera, with Mariah Carey saying that I respect opera like crazy, but it didn't influence me. In high school, Mariah Carey was often absent because of her work as a demo singer. Working in the Long Island music scene gave her opportunities to work with musicians such as Gavin Christopher and Ben Margulies, with whom she co-wrote material for her demo tape. After moving to New York City, she worked part-time jobs to pay the rent and completed 500 hours of beauty school. Carey moved into a one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan with 4 female students as roommates. She landed a gig singing backup for freestyle singer Brenda K. Starr. And here's a beautiful picture of Mariah Carey. It says Carey X Shepherd's Bush Empire after promoting her single "Vision and Love" on Wogan. In December 1988, Carey, a company star in the music executive party, and handed her demo tape to the head of Columbia Records, Tommy Mottola. After listening to the tape during the ride home, he immediately requested the driver turn around. She had already left the event, and Mottola had spent 2 weeks looking for her. Another record label expressed interest, and a bid award ensued. Or in, in well, anyway, he signed Carey to Columbia and enlisted producers Rick Wade, Narada Michael Walden, and is it right? Lawrence for her first album. On June 5th, 1990, Carey made her first public appearance at the 1990 final singing America the Beautiful. The highlight was the whistle note toward the song's conclusion, sparking CBS Sports anchor Pat O'Brien to declare the Palace now has a queen. Columbia marketed Carey as the main female artist on their roster and spent over $1 million promoting Carey debut solo studio album Mariah Carey. The album topped the U.S. Billboard 200 for 11 consecutive weeks after Carey's exposure, at the 33rd Annual Grammy Awards, where she won an award for Best New Artist and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for her first single, Vision of Love. It became her first U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart topper, followed by the album's follow-up singles, Love Takes Time, Someday, and I Don't Want to Cry. Mariah Carey was the best-selling album in the United States in 1991 and achieved worldwide sales of 15 million copies. Billboard named Carey the greatest pop star of 1991. Carey co-wrote, co-produced, and recorded her second effort, Emotion, during 1991. She described it as a homage to Motown soul music and employed the host ethnicity, sorry if I'm butchering these names, who only had a small role on her debut, as well as Robert Clavill's and David Cole from the dance group C+C Music Factory. Carey's relationship with markedly deteriorated over a songwriting royalty dispute after he filed a lawsuit against Columbia's parent company, Sony Music Entertainment. The songwriting duo parted ways. Emotions was released on September 17, 1991. Its title track served as the album's lead single and became Carey's fifth chart topper on the Billboard Hot 100, making her the first artist whose first 5 singles reached the chart's summit. The album spawned 2 more singles, Can't Let Go and Make It Happen, both of which peaked within the top 5 in the United States. Though critics praised the album's content and described it as a more mature effort, Emotions was criticized as calculated and lacking originality. While the album managed sales of 8 million copies globally, Emotions failed to reach the commercial and critical heights of its predecessor. Carey did not embark on a world tour to promote the album, although she attributed this to stage fright and the vocally challenging nature of her material. Speculation grew that Carey was a studio worm and incapable of producing the perfect pitch. In 5-octave vocal range in which she was known, in hopes of ending any speculation of her being a manufactured artist. Carey booked an appearance on MTV Unplugged days prior to the show taping. Carey and a fan Nestus chose to add the cover of the Jackson Five's 1970 song "I'll Be There" to the set list. On March 16, 1992, she played and recorded an intimate 7-song show at Kaufman Astoria Studios in Queens, New York. The acclaimed review was aired more than 3 times as often as the average episode, and critics heralding it as a vocal tour de force. Carey's live version of "I'll Be There" became her 6th #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Sony capitalized on this success and released an extended play of her performance. It earned a triple platinum certification by the RIAA and earned gold and platinum certifications in several European markets. Following years of dating, Carey and Matola got married on June 5th, 1993, after emotions failed to achieve the commercial heights of her debut album. Carey's subsequent release was to be marketed as adult, contemporary, and pop-friendly. Music Box was produced by Carey and Alphanasif, and it began a songwriting partnership that would extend until 1997's Butterfly. The album was released on August 31st, 1993, to mixed reviews from music critics. Carey's songwriting was derided as cliched, and her vocal performances were described as less emotive and lazier in their delivery. In his review of the album, AllMusic's Ron Wynn concluded, sometimes excessive spirit is preferable to an absence of passion. In promotion of the album, Carey embarked on her debut tour, a 6-day concert series, the Music Box Tour. Music Box first and second single, Dream Lover and Hero, became Carey's 7th and 8th chart toppers in the United States, while her cover of Badfingers Without You became her first #1 single in Germany, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. Music Box remains Carey's bestseller and one of the best-selling albums with worldwide sales of over 28 million copies. Excuse me, my nose is a little stuffy. In mid-1994, Carey and Luther Vandross recorded and released the cover of Lionel Richie and Diana Ross' "Endless Love." "Merry Christmas" released on November 1st, 1994, the best-selling Christmas album, with global sales of over 15 million copies. The lead single, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," became a holiday standard and continues to surge in popularity each holiday season. By October 2017, it had become the 11th best-selling single in history with over 16 million copies sold worldwide. It additionally became the longest-running #1 single of all time on the Billboard Hot 100, 22 weeks in the Billboard Global 200, 19-week charts. Then you have a picture on this album. Carey performing "One Sweet Day" with Boyz II Men in Madison Square Garden on October 1995. Carey's 5th studio album, "Daydream," found her consolidating creative control over her career, leading to tensions with Columbia. Songs from her prior 2 albums had been primarily shaped by Matola's conceptualization of what Carey should sound like, as innocent and wholesome tracks dominated by her vocal performance. "Daydream" featured a departure from her el- elegance to pop and gravitated heavily towards R&B and hip hop. Critically, the album was described as Carey's best to date. The New York Times named it one of 1995's best albums and wrote it brings R&B candy making to a new peak of textural refinement. Carey's songwriting has taken a leap forward and became more relaxed, sexier, and less irrelevant on certain cliches. Its lead single, Fancy, became the first single by a female artist to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and the second song overall after Michael Jackson's You're Not Alone. One Sweet Day, a collaboration with R&B group Boozman, served as the second single from Daydream and remained atop the Billboard Hot 100 for 16 consecutive weeks, becoming the longest running #1 song in the chart's history at the time. It also opened at the top spot, making Carey the first act to achieve the feat twice. The song's third the album's third single, Always Be My Baby, became Carey's 11th chart topper, tying her with Madonna and Whitney Houston for the most #1 singles among female artists at the time. Carey's biggest selling album in the United States continued Carey's dominance in Asian music markets and sold in excess of 2.2 million copies alone with over 20 million copies globally. Daydream and its singles were nominated in 6 categories at the 38th Grammy Awards. Though considered a favorite to win the top awards of the evening, Carey was shut out, prompting her to comment, "What can you do? I will never be disappointed again." In early 1996, she embarked on her first international string of concerts, the Daydream World Tour. Its 7 days spawned 3 in Japan and 4 throughout Europe. Forbes named Carey a top earning female musician in 1996, collecting an estimated $32 million. During the recording of Daydream, Carey also worked with the alternative rock albums Someone's Ugly Daughter as duo Chick, contributing writing, production, vocals, and art direction. It was released during September 1995 as refused to release the album with her lead vocals. Carey's friend Carissa Dane was brought in to become the face of Chick, and her vocals were layered on top of Carey's, masking her voice. Her contributions were secret until 2020. Oh wow. Carey's subsequent musical release followed the trend that began with Daydream. Her music began relying less on pop and adult contemporary teen balladry and instead incorporated heavy elements of hip hop and R&B. On Butterfly, she collaborated with a bevy of producers other than a festive, such as Sean Combs, Q-Tip, and Missy Elliott. Butterfly was released on September 10th, 1997, and introduced a more subdued style of singing, with critics noting Carey's incorporation of breathy vocals. Some viewed her lack of propensity to use her upper range as a sign of maturity, while others questioned whether the 4x whining vocal prowess. The music video for the album's lead single, Honey, her first since separating from Matola introduced a more overtly sexual image. Butterfly became Carey's best reviewed album, with attention placed on the album exploration of more mature lyrical themes. In her new review, in their in their review of the album, Rolling Stone wrote it was not as if Carey had solely dispensed with her old saturating Houston style balladry, but the predominant mood of Butterfly is one of coolly erotic reverie. All music editors, Stephen Thomas Erlewine, described Carey's vocals as sultrier and more controlled than ever, and felt the album illustrates that Carey continues to improve and refine her music, which makes her a rarity among her 90s peers. Honey and My All, the album's fifth single, both topped the Hot 100, making Carey the female artist with the most number one singles in the chart's history. The former became Carey's third number one debut record held until 2020. Though a commercial success, Butterfly failed to reach the commercial heights of her previous albums, Music Box and Daydream. After concluding her Butterfly World Tour, Carey participated in the VH1 Divas benefit concert on April 14, 1998, where she sang alongside Aretha Franklin, Celine Dion, Shania Twain, Gloria Estefan, and Carole King. Carey began conceptualizing a film project, All That Glitters, later retitled to Supply Glitter, and wrote songs for her other projects such as Men in Black, and wrote songs for other projects such as Men in Black 1997 and How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000. After Glitter fell to developmental hell, Carey postponed the project and began writing material for a new album. Sony Music executive insisted she prepare a greatest hits collection in time for a holiday season. The album, titled Number Ones 1998, featured a cover of Brenda K. Starr's I Still Believe in a duet with Whitney Houston, When You Believe, which is included on the soundtrack for The Prince of Egypt in 1998. Number Ones became a phenomenon in Japan, selling over 1 million copies in its opening week, making Carey the only international artist to accomplish this feat. It sold 3.25 million copies in Japan in its first 3 months and holds the record as the best-selling album by a non-Asian artist. There's a picture of Mariah Carey being interviewed in Cannes in 2000. With only one album left to fulfill her contract with Sony and the desire to separate herself professionally from the record label her ex-husband still headed, Carey completed the album in 3 months in mid-1999. Titled Rainbow, the album found Carey exploring with producers whom she had not worked with before. Rainbow became Carey's first album to not feature a collaboration with her longtime writing partner, Walter Fanisty. She instead chose to work with David Foster and Diane Warren. Heartbreaker featuring Jay-Z and Thank God I Found You featuring Joe and 98 Degrees both topped the Billboard Hot 100, while her rendition of Phil Collins' Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now with Irish boy band Westlife became her second number one song in the UK charts. Rainbow was released on November 2nd, 1999 to the highest first week sales of her career at the time and debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Carey's fractious. She began posting messages on her website sharing inside information with fans on the dispute as well as to request and take that away Mariah's theme on radio stations. Ultimately, the song was only given a very limited and low promotion release. Critical reception of Rainbow was generally positive, with the general consensus finding what began on Butterfly as a departure ends up on radio a progression, perhaps the first compelling proof of Carey's true colors as an artist. Though a commercial success, Rainbow became Carey's lowest selling album at a point in her career. All right, damn, this is a lot. It's gonna be a lot, but hey, we're gonna get through it. Carey received Billboard's Artist of the Decade award and the World Music Award for Best Selling Pop Female Artist of the Millennium. In, in part from Columbia Records, she signed an unprecedented $80 million 5 album recording contract with Virgin Records, EMI Records in April 2020. Excuse me, April 2001. Glitter was a musical departure recreating the 1980s post-disco era to accompany the film set in 1983. Carey was given full conceptual and creative control over the project. She said that Columbia had regarded her as a commodity with her separation from Matilda exacerbating her relations with label executive. Carey's 3-year relationship with land singer Louise Miguel ended. In July 2001, Carey suffered a physical and emotional breakdown. She began posting disturbing messages on her website and behaved erratically in live promotional outings. On July 19th, Carey made a surprise appearance on the MTV program Total Request Live. As the show host, Carson Daly began taping following a commercial break. She came out pushing an ice cream cart while wearing a large men's shirt and began a striptease that revealed a tight ensemble. She credited exhaustion for the appearance going awry. Days later, Carey posted irregular voice notes on her website. In July 26, she was hospitalized due to exhaustion and a physical and emotional breakdown. Carey was admitted to the hospital in Connecticut and remained under doctor's care for 2 weeks, followed by an extended absence from the public. Virgin Records and 20th Century Fox delayed the release of Glitter and its soundtrack. Both were critically and commercially unsuccessful. The soundtrack became Carey's lowest selling album to that point. The lead single Loverboy was subjected to controversy following confirmed reports that Mottola stole the idea of sampling the singer's original plan, sampling Farrah Jennifer Lopez's song I'm Real, forcing Carey to change the song's composition. Loverboy peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, ended Carey's streak after 11 consecutive years atop the chart. The Los Angeles Post-Dispatch condemned Glitter as an absolute mess that'll go down as an annoying blemish on her career. She attributed the poor performance to her state of mind and postponement in the soundtrack having been released on September 11th. I don't know about the soundtrack, but I did see the movie years ago. I just don't remember it. I'm gonna have to find it and check it out again because some people saying that she can't act, some people saying that she can act. I don't know what the fuck to believe because I don't really remember the movie like that. I just seen like one or two clips on YouTube, and I like the song. I like the cover. Didn't mean to turn you on. Carey's record deal with Virgin Records was brought out for $28 million. Carey described her time with at Virgin a complete and total stress fest. She signed a contract with the Island Def Jam Music Group, valued at more than $24 million, and launched the record label Monarch. Her father, Alfred Roy, with whom she had little contact since childhood, died of cancer that year. The song "Sunflowers" for Alfred Roy from Charm Bracelet is dedicated to his memory. In 2002, Carey performed the Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl XXX. Rolling Stone and Billboard gave both retrospectively ranked it among Super Bowl best renditions of the national anthem. She was also cast in the independent film Wise Girls alongside Mara Sharon, and Melora Walters, who co-starred as waitresses at a monster-operated restaurant. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and received negative reviews, though Carey's performance was praised. Roger Freeman of Fox News described her as a Thelma Ritter for the new millennium and wrote, "Her line delivery is sharp and she manages to get the right laughs." Oh, excuse me, y'all. Then there's a picture of Mariah Carey performing Hero during her Charm Bracelet World Tour in September 2003. In December 2002, Carey released her non-studio album Charm Bracelet, which she said marked a new lease on life for her. Sales of Charm Bracelet were moderate, and the quality of Carey's vocals came under criticism. Joan Anderson from the Boston Globe declared the album the worst of her career and revealed a voice that is no longer capable of either gravity-defying gymnastics or soft clues. While AllMusic editor Stephen Thomas Erlewine wrote, Mariah's voice is shot, sounding in tatters throughout the record. She can no longer coo or softly croon, nor can she perform her trademark gravity-defying vocal rhymes. To support the album, Carey embarked on the Charm Bracelet World Tour, spanning North America and East Asia over 3 months, while smaller venues were booked throughout the tour's stateside leg. Carey performed in stadiums in Asia and Europe. In the United Kingdom, it was her first tour to feature shows outside London. The tour garnered generally positive reviews, with many praising the production and Carey's vocals. In 2003, Carey featured on Busta Rhymes' "I Know What You Want." Okay. Now we have a picture of Carey picture with former Island Def Jam Music Group lead at the release party for the Emancipation of Mimi in 2005. It's like I said, this is a lot of reading. Oh, Jesus. Oh, y'all. That stretch. Carrie's 10th studio album, The Emancipation of Mimi, in 2005, was produced with the Neptunes, Kanye West, and Carrie's longtime collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. She described the album as very much like a party record. The Emancipation of Mimi topped the charts in the United States, becoming her fifth number one album and first since Butterfly in 1997, and was warmly accepted by critics. Caroline Sullivan of The Guardian defined it as cool, focused, and urban. Some of the first Mariah Carey tunes in years, which I wouldn't have to be paid to listen to again. While USA Today's Alyssa Gardner wrote, the song truly reflected renewed confidence of a songbird who has taken her shots and kept on flying. The album's second single, We Belong Together, became a career redefining song for Carey after a relatively unsuccessful period, in the point when many critics had considered her career over. Well, damn. Music critics herald We Belong Together as her return to form as well as the return of the voice, while many felt it would revive faith in Carey's potential as a balladeer. We Belong Together broke several records in the United States and became Carey's 16 chart topper on the Billboard Hot 100. After staying at number one for 14 non-consecutive weeks, the song became the second longest running number one song in U.S. chart history at the time, behind Carey's One Sweet Day. Billboard listed it as the song of the decade and the ninth most popular song of all time. The song broke several airplay records, and according to Nelson BDS, and gathered both the the largest one day and 1 week audiences in history. Excuse me, y'all, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Where did I stop at? During the week of September 25th, 2005, Carey set another record, becoming the first woman to occupy the first two spots atop the Hot 100, as We Belong Together remained at number one, and her next single, Shake It Off, moved into a number two spot. Ashanti had topped the chart in 2002 while being a featured singer on the number two single. On the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 year-end chart of 2005, We Belong Together was declared the number one song, a first for Carey. The album was re-released as the Ultra Platinum Edition from which Don't Forget About Us became her 17th number one in the United States. The Emancipation of Mimi earned a 10 Grammy Award nominations, 8 in 2006 for the original release, the most received by Carey in a single year, and for the Ultra Platinum edition. Carey won Best Contemporary R&B Album for The Emancipation of Mimi and Best Female R&B Vocal Performance and Best R&B Song for We Belong Together. The Emancipation of Mimi was 2005's best-selling album in the United States with nearly 5 million units sold. It was the first album by a solo female artist to become the year's best-selling album within the country since Atlanta's Morissette's Jagged Little Pill in 1996, and made Carey the second woman after Whitney Houston with a top-selling album in 2 separate years. At the end of 2005, the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry reported that The Emancipation of Mimi had sold more than 7.7 million copies globally and was the second best-selling album of the year after Coldplay's X and Y. It has since sold 12 million copies worldwide. In support of the album, Carey embarked on her first headlining tour in 3 years, named The Adventures of Mimi after Carey-centric fans' music diary. The tour spanned 40 days with 32 in the United States and Canada, 2 in Africa, and 6 in Japan. It received warm reception from music critics and concert goers, many of which lauded Carey's vocals. Then you have a picture of Mariah Carey in 2008 Tribeca Film Festival. Alright. Now we have in early 2007, Carey began to work on her 11th studio album, MC2. Although the album was well received by some critics, others criticized it for being too similar to the formula used on The Emancipation of Mimi. 2 weeks before the album's release, Touch My Body, the record's lead single, reached the top position on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Carey's 18th number one and making her the solo artist with the most number one singles in history, pushing her past Elvis Presley, according to the magazine Revised Methodology. Additionally, it gave Carey her 79th week atop the Hot 100, tying her with Presley as the artist with the most weeks at number one in the chart's history. EMC2 debuted at number one on the Billboard 200 with 463,000 copies sold, the biggest opening week sales of her career. In 2008, Carey also played one of the lead roles in Tennessee. I didn't see that movie. Since the album's release, Carey had planned to embark on an extensive tour in support of EMC2. However, the tour was suddenly canceled in early December 2008. Carey later stated that she had been pregnant during the time period and suffered a miscarriage, prompting the tour's cancellation. On January 20th, 2009, Carey performed Hero at the neighborhood inaugural ball after Barack Obama was sworn as the first African-American president of the United States. On July 7, 2009, Carey, alongside Trey Lawrence, performed her version of I'll Be There at the memorial service for Michael Jackson. In 2009, she appeared in 6 novel Pushed by Sapphire. The film garnered mostly positive reviews from critics also for Carey's performance. Verdi described her pitch perfect. In January 2010, Carey won a Breakthrough Actress Performance Award for her role in Precious at the Palm Springs International Film Festival. In September 25, 2009, Carey's 12th studio album, Memoirs of an Imperfect Aim, was released. Reception from the album was mostly mixed. Stephen Thomas Erlewine of called it her most interesting album in the decade, while John Caramanica from New York Times criticized Carey's vocal performances, complaining she overused softer vocal registers at the expense of the more powerful lower and upper registers. Commercially, the album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 168,000 copies. Success served as the lead single and peaked at number 7 in the U.S., becoming Carey's 27th top 10 entry within the nation and tying her with Elton John and Janet Jackson for having the fifth most top 10s. Its follow-up single, a cover of Foreigner's I Want to Know What Love Is, broke airplay records in Brazil. The song spent 27 weeks atop the Brazil Hot 100, making it the longest running number one song in the chart history. It's a Wrap, another track from the album, became a sleeper hit in February 2023 after experiencing a revival on TikTok. On December 31st, 2009, Carey embarked on concert tour, Angels Advocate Tour, which visited the United States and Canada and ended on September 26, 2010. A planned remix album of Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel, titled Angels Advocate, was slated for a March 3rd, 2010 release and was eventually canceled after Alan Def Jam decides to instead distribute Up Out My Face with Nicki Minaj and Angel Cry with Neo as standalone releases. That's oh Jesus. Following the cancellation of Angel's Advocate, it was announced that Carey would return to the studio to start work on her 13th studio album. It was later revealed that it would be her second Christmas album and Merry Christmas. The release date for the album, titled Merry Christmas to You, was November 2nd, 2010. Merry Christmas to You debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the R&B hip hop album chart, making it only a second Christmas album to top this chart. In February 2011, she recorded a duet with Tony Bennett for his Duet 2 album titled When Do the Bells Ring for Me, and re-recorded All I Want for Christmas with Is You with Justin Bieber as a duet for his Christmas album Under the Mistletoe. In November that year, Carey was included in the remix to the mixtape single Warning by Uncle Murder. The remix also features 50 Cent Young Jeezy. Later that month, Carey released a duet with John Legend entitled When Christmas Comes, originally part of the Merry Christmas to You. On March 1st, 2012, Carey performed at New York City's Gotham Hall, her first song performance since her pregnancy. There's a picture of Mariah Carey performing on Good Morning America in May 2013. She also performed a three-song set at a special fundraiser for U.S. President Barack Obama held in New York's Plaza Hotel. A new song titled Bring It On Home, which Carey wrote for an event to show her support for Obama's re-election campaign, was also performed. In August 2012, she released a standalone single, Triumphant Get 'Em, featuring rappers Rick Ross and Meek Mill. Carey joined a judging panel on the 12th season of American Idol. In 2013, Carey appeared in Lee Daniels' film The Butler. She had a guest role voicing as a redneck character on the adult animated series American Dad. In February 2013, she recorded and released a song called I Was Home for the soundtrack of the Walt Disney Studios film Oz the Great and Powerful. For her 15th album, Me, I Am Mariah, the elusive Chantwets. What the fuck is that anyway? Carey worked with producers including DJ Clue, Randy Jackson, R. Kelly, David Morales in The Dream. The lead single, Beautiful, featuring singer Miguel, was released on May 6, 2013 and peaked at number 15 on the Hot 100. Carey taped the performance of Beautiful along with the melody of her greatest hits on May 15, 2013. The taping aired on the American Idol season finale the following day. After multiple delays, the album was released on May 27, 2014, and it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200. In October 2014, Carey announced the annual residency show, All I Want for Christmas Is You, a night of joy and festivity, originally performed at the Beacon Theater in New York City. The residency began on December 15, 2014, and ended in 2019. All right. You want to know what I'm going to do? With all this reading that I've done, I'm going to do a part 2. Because, like I said, this is a lot of reading. Y'all know I don't like reading for too long because I start to get tired. I'm already messing up on words. So, I am going to do a part 2. And within that part 2, I may come back and no, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a part 2. All right, so let me take a break from reading because this video is already an hour long, 24 minutes. What in the hell? I don't know anyone who done a review for something like this damn long. This is Mariah. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Oh, like. I'm trying not to mess her dress up. Okay. Got that out the way. I do not want to mess this dress up. Got that out the way. I hate this part. Got her dress out the way. I'm about to cut my face. Ooh, I'm about to cut myself. No, please forgive me. I'm trying to take Mariah out. But I'm trying not to mess up her outfit or anything like that. I don't know why they do this. They want to have her hair. Oops. Uh-oh. I'm trying not to mess her hair up. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Ouch. What the hell? Uh-uh. Why do they do this? Okay. Well, I got her feet out. Got her hand out. Mariah Carey is getting ripped out the plastic. And yes, this doll is brand new. But I don't want to mess her up. Well, Mariah, I'm sorry, baby, but they got you all the way fucked up. And I'm trying my best not to ruin your hair. But hey, because baby, when I tell you, god damn, how the fuck? You know what, Mariah? I'm sorry. They got, oh my Jesus. Come on, motherfucker. Why they got her hair stapled? I need some damn scissors. This is so irky. I'm trying not to yank her hair off. What the hell? Fuck. The hell? Fuck. This is so irky. Sorry, Mariah. I am so sorry that they done made me mess your hair up. I am so sorry. But hey, we got it. It was a struggle. But baby, we got it. Now, now that we got her out, this is Mariah Carey. Once again, this doll is in the likeness of her look from the All I Want for Christmas Is You music video. This is a picture. Uh oh. This is a picture of Mariah Carey from the music video. That's Mariah Carey. Y'all see the same earrings, the dress, the hair, the smile and everything. This is the same looking doll form. I accidentally messed the hair up trying to get her out the box. She comes with some red heels that a lot of people wasn't really feeling. They saying that they like cheap doll shoes. She has a malmused body where one arm is bent and the other one is straight. She comes with a microphone and a butterfly ring, meaning her hand is pierced to keep the ring on. So I probably would just leave that alone. But this is Mariah. Uh, Her hair has a mixture of blondes and browns. And it does feel like they put some product to keep the curls in because it does feel a bit sticky to keep the curls in. I don't know why they decided to try to sew her hair on a dress. You know what? I'm gonna just leave that there because I ain't got time for this shit. I'm gonna mess her hair up just enough. But I don't know why they got her hair sewn onto the dress. This is Mariah. And for those who want her on the dial stand, how do you do this? I guess you're supposed to do it like this. You put it in between her legs, if I'm not mistaken. Oop. Hold on. I'm guessing you're supposed to put it like this. And that's Mariah Carey on the dial stand. I'm going to do a quick 360. That is what she looks like. I hope y'all like it. I showed y'all everything. Um, my honest opinion is this really does give Mariah Carey. I like it. I think this is one of the best when it comes to trying to get the doll to look exactly like the celebrity. I feel like it look close enough like her. The hair may vary from what her hair was like in the music video and in the picture I just showed y'all. But hey, they did what they could do. I'm pretty sure Mariah Carey liked it, and I'm pretty sure that she probably got plenty of them in her home, and she probably was shocked herself to have her own Barbie doll. So she liked it. I love it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, me personally, one like this when it comes to dolls, I'm not a big doll collector. I just decided to do something different, start getting celebrity dolls. But when it comes to dolls that I played with in the past and stuff like that, I don't really care for these bodies where one arm is bent and one arm is straight. I don't really care for some of the articulated bodies, the way they look. I'm used to it just being a regular body, like the normal Barbie doll, where the arms are straight The legs is straight, but you could crack them to bend them by the knee. But this one pretty much is posing as if it's like, okay, this doll is, although people are going to play with it, and some people have rebodied it, some people repainted her face, I guess, to make it look more realistic because they didn't think it looked like her, whatever the case may be. This doll is mostly meant to be on your doll shelf or in a display case for display purposes only. But like I said, people love Mariah Carey so much, they want a doll they could play with. So this is Mariah Carey. Let me put her to the side real quick. Now, when it comes to this doll, which is my Holly Belly doll that I did a review for, as you can see, she has articulated arms, articulated hands. Her feet is articulated, although they are under this tail. This is a 17-inch doll, and then she could do the damn hip swing. Now with this being a 17-inch doll, can you find any other clothes for a 17-inch Barbie like this one? Me personally, this is unnecessary. I know it's a mermaid and whatever. This is unnecessary. I don't really care for the articulation in the waist. I don't really care for the articulation in the hands, the arms, and then I don't like the feet because they could spin around. Why do I need feet to spin around? Feet is meant to go up, down, not spinning around. But I got this because, like I said, I love Holly Belly. It looks exactly like her. The hair may vary because this is Ariel Holly Belly. But I do know people that's rerouting these dolls and giving them black dreads or different dread looks to make it look more like Holly Belly. But other than my very few dislikes, I had plenty of likes about this. And then all right, and then even with this one. Now, mind you, she is new. If y'all wanted to be articulated, why not do something like, hold on, y'all, because I messed little Laverne up. If y'all wanted to be articulated, why not do a body like my Laverne Cox? The hands are articulated. Now, this is articulated that I like. If y'all want to do articulation, this body is fine with the heel feet. This is fine. This is giving action figure meets Barbie. I don't see nothing wrong with this Laverne Cox doll. It's very beautiful. This articulation is fine. I just need to find some clothes for her. That's why I said, and then again, I did say I wanted to get another one, but that's going to have to wait. But anyway, back to Mariah. I think this is very beautiful. And the crazy thing about it is, some years ago, way before I even seen that they were thinking about making a Mariah Carey doll, and I said this previously, I wanted Mariah Carey because I've been looking through her videos, and I done said this in previous Dow reviews or whatever, or previous videos, but I'll say it again. So one thing I wanted to do is I've been looking at videos and performances and stuff like that, and I've seen a lot of people get dolls and stuff, and they try to dress them up like how they look and performances or music videos and stuff. And a lot of people actually like, especially the people I follow on Instagram who do doll repaints and roots and stuff. Y'all didn't see me share content from people who've done looks for Beyonce doll, Janet Jackson dolls, I guess Nicki Minaj, and many other people. I'm pretty sure they didn't done Mariah Carey included. Um, But something I want to do instead of doing repainting and rerooting and all the other stuff, I mean, it can happen, but I want ones from Barbie Mattel and other companies, maybe Integrity Toys, who done celebrity inspired dolls like this one that actually look like the celebrity, and I wanted to find a way to dress them up like some of my favorite performances from them or music videos, whatever the case may be. Um, and a while back, I was just thinking to myself, thinking of some crazy stuff. Like I do a lot of different content on my YouTube channel, so I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I was watching some of Mariah Carey old videos like Honey and Breakdown and a few others, and I was like, I'll be shocked if Mariah Carey have a doll. And then another thing is I like the 007 tribute that she did in the Honey music video, where I guess she is supposed to be Honey Rider, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and way before I actually there is a Honey Rider doll because I seen the Honey Rider doll with the Halle Berry doll because Halle Berry also was in one of the 007 movies, and I was like, I don't know if this one. I don't know if this one kind of looked like Mariah Carey, but I would get it and try my best to make it look like Mariah until they actually do Mariah. But here she go. Um, like I said, I really don't see nothing wrong with her. And even with the crazy thing about it is I don't say this too often, but with some of the people who did repaints, I don't know. I'll keep it just like this because now that I have one of my own and I'm actually looking at her other than looking at pictures and videos online, I really don't see nothing wrong with her. She looks like Mariah. The eyebrows, the face, I mean, it's smiling, and a lot of people don't care for smiling dolls, but hey, Mariah likes to smile. Um, Mariah always smiling. But yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. The only thing I noticed is the V line ain't V line in the way Mariah Carey dress was in the video. Hers is showing more cleavage. I guess they wanted to make it a little more um appropriate for children that may be Mariah Carey fans and get this doll. But like I said, her dress was showing a little more cleavage, and the V line was a little lower than what this dress is giving. Other than that, they got the earrings right. They got the whatever this thing called on the dress right. Another thing that someone else mentioned, she's not only wearing one butterfly ring, she actually has two butterfly rings in the music video, but they only gave the doll one butterfly ring. and they put the microphone on that same hand that the butterfly ring is on. Although in some reviews, some people switch the microphone to the other hand since one hand has the butterfly ring. They want the other hand to have the microphone, which is the bent arm. But like I said, now that I'm looking at it, I'm guessing this is for display purposes only. And then again, I believe this same body mold might be the same that they did for the Jennifer Lopez doll. Because it gives her a little booty back there. But yeah, I think this is really cute. I mean, Mariah does change her hair color a lot because there's sometimes her blondes look lighter. She kind of like Beyonce. Sometimes her blondes is light. Sometimes it's a mixture of blondes and browns and stuff. Sometimes her hair look darker. So if you're a good rerouter, then yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can still get away with a lot of looks if you know how to make your own doll costumes, or if you find some clothes that kind of give off looks that Mariah may have worn. I don't know, but y'all tell me what y'all think. Do she look like Mariah to you? I think so. No shade, Mariah, cause you do got a big forehead. So with this hair pushed back, yeah, I got a big forehead too. But yeah, looks like Mariah to me. So with that being said, I done already done talked y'all head off for a whole hour and something. I'll be coming back with part two because I don't feel like reading no more. I done read long enough. I'll be coming back with part two and I'll finish this Mariah bio for my women's month. I done did the unboxing. I done read. Look, I'm done. Much love, y'all. Big shout out to Mariah Carey. Big shout out to all the Mariah Carey fans around the world. Please stay tuned for part two of the Mariah Carey bio. This is the doll review with a mix of the bio and showing y'all the albums.